It's time to look and feel good from your head to your open-toed stilettos. What do cutting calories and wearing that low-cut dress have in common when it comes to your mind and metabolism? Get ready to find out. Welcome to Ladies. It's not our fault. It's our hormones and high heels, where wellness meets fashion. I'm Julie Sagoskin, fashion and lifestyle editor, here to address your dressing do's and don'ts.
I'm Lisa Avellino, fitness phenom and fitness director at Balance 3H Plus Medical Weight Loss and Aesthetic Spa in Westchester, New York, working out with you to shake it off the smart way.
I'm Jacqui Justice, nutrition ninja and nutrition director at Balance 3H Plus. Forget fad diets. It's about finding your diet.
Now, let's get on with the show. Welcome, everyone. We're so excited. Thank you for tuning into the first premiere show. We're so excited about our guests. I'm here today with my co-host, Julie Sagoskin and Jacqui Justice. Let's get started. Julie, are you as excited? Woohoo!
Lisa, I could not be more excited to be here with both of you. As you said, we have a great show lined up, incredible guests in the studio calling in, and we could not be more excited to welcome you today. We have a lot to cover, but first I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Julie Sagoskin, editor-in-chief of Resident Magazine and lover of all things fashion-related. I'm also here with Jacqui Justice. She is our nutrition expert, director of nutrition at Balance 3H Plus, a huge name in the business. Lisa also, our fitness guru, director of fitness at Balance 3H Plus. These guys have seen it all, done it all. They've pioneered the biggest trends in their respective industries. Jacqui, how excited are you to join everyone today?
I am super excited, Julie and Lisa. I'm so excited to be here on our premiere show in the studio, talking about all things fashion, fitness, and wellness, and talking to our three amazing guests, and also celebrating Breast Cancer Awareness Month and Sober October. So we'll be doing that a little later on in the show. Very fun.
Absolutely. And most important is our listeners, the questions that are coming in and the comments about how wellness meets fashion and how the lifestyle, especially with everything that's happened in the last 6 months with COVID, how that's changed the fitness world and the lifestyle. But it's the marrying of it and how one influence is the other. And we're going to find more from our special guests today.
That's right. We have in studio with us right now Nicole Miller. We will. It doesn't get bigger than that when it comes to fashion. And we also have Deborah Gregory in-house. You'll hear from her later on. She is the writer and producer of the Cheetah Girls franchise. Calling in later as well will be her bestie and supermodel, best-selling author, Beverly Johnson. But Nicole, we are so happy to have you on our first show. We know our listening audience couldn't be more interested to hear what you have to say about today's trends. You've been in the business. You're one of the greats. You've been here for decades. What is going on now with fashion, with trends? Are people buying online? I know you make super cute masks. What can people expect from you and fashion going forward?
Well, things have really changed, I must say, because I think I was really primarily known as a cocktail dress person, even though I do a lot more things than that, and I do outerwear and sweaters and everything. But the whole business has changed, and during COVID, what were we selling? A lot of blouses, because everybody was doing these Zoom meetings, So the blouse business was going through the roof. But also, I feel like everybody just has moved into the comfort mode. They want comfort. They want easy to wear, easy to fit. So we put on a whole new casual collection. So I have a casual collection of, fitness clothes and sweatshirts and sweatpants and all that. And I feel like I gave it my signature because it's a very crowded room and there's a lot of things out there. So I felt like mine really had to be different and look different. So I've used a lot of my signature icons, like my evil eye. Everybody loves my evil eyes. So we've been working hard on that. And the other thing is, like you said, masks. I mean, the masks aren't going away. And you see what's happening when people aren't wearing masks. I don't need to mention it.
Right.
So,
it's in the news.
It's
yes.
really important. And I I went on a trip to Thailand in February, and I started wearing my mask in February. I literally have been very disciplined about wearing it the whole time.
Good.
Well, that's good to know. I have to say, Nicole, you've been a mentor and a role model, because I always wanted fitness, fashion, rather than just the plain basics. And I remember back in the 1980s, I was so excited in college when I bought my first Nicole Miller dress. Honestly, the logo is ingrained in my mind, and I actually still have it because it was the first little black dress before the little black dress was a thing. Very well made, very simple lines, and a classic, and I still have it. So I have to say, you can shop your closet and just add a new mask or add some of the new pieces to make it current and fun. When it's a classic, you can always play with it, but I just
never goes
love
out of style.
everything. Yes.
Exactly. You can coordinate. Now I make masks to go with every single outfit. So you can have a mask to go with that blouse or with that sweatshirt. So
Love it.
What was the inspiration with the evil eye? How did you bring that into?
Well, I've always been obsessed with symbols. I love symbols, and I'm always, using all these different symbols and prints and everything. And I've done a lot of things with the Hamsa also, but it's really interesting, though. The one thing that everybody universally is the most attracted to is the evil eye. So the evil eye always seems to do better than all the others. But I've just I've done a lot of symbol prints over time. I just really love all those occult symbols and symbols that have meanings.
Well, I think that's also what the show is about, which is how lifestyle and inspiration and imprinting, and how, like, you are what you eat, but you are what you think and what inspires you creatively. So when you put something on and you're adorned, you feel an emotional connection to what you're wearing, and then it also affects your own creativity because it's infectious. So I love what you're doing, so keep doing it.
Oh, thanks so much.
Well, Nicole, you're definitely the princess of prints. I know you also have a lot of rock star royalty embroidered pieces. I'm all about that. I'll wear a crown any day on my dress, on my sweater.
So the theme of my fall show, which is in the stores now, is called Rock and Royalty, and it was a little bit of a spoof on the crazy royals, because the royals are all like in the news for like whatever, between Prince Andrew and Megxit and the whole thing. So it was a little bit of a combination of, rock and roll in London and royalty misbehaving. So I called it Rock and Royalty. So there was I used a lot of crowns this season. So I do have crowns on some of the masks, and I've got this great leather jacket with embellished crowns on it. So there's a lot of cool stuff with that too.
Wow, where can you get your collection?
Well, I think the best place to buy anything now is online, and so I would go to my website, NicoleMiller.com, has got the most extensive range. But if you're wherever you live, if there's a specialty store in your neighborhood, I mean, there's some good specialty stores out there that do carry a lot of our things too.
Okay.
And then we're online and a lot of different stores and department stores, etc.
Nicole, I just have to say, you're so busy, you're so successful. How do you keep your energy up? Any special tidbit or tip that you have?
Well, it's funny, but I'm not one of these people that says I'm tired. I just am not. I've never been like, oh, I'm so tired, whatever. It's not my vocabulary, and I'm not a big sleeper, and I don't oversleep, and anyway, and I'm also, reasonably athletic. I water ski, I wakeboard, I snow ski, I ice skate. I mean, I do a lot of different things. And, I went to flywheel pretty consistently.
Wow.
So I was very sad for that I spent the summer, they had a great one out in East Hampton in the parking lot. It was so much fun. So I loved doing flywheel outside. And so I went to book another lesson, and it was gone. So it's very sad.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, it's tricky going to a gym now in the fall. I don't know what the answer is going to be. I guess I'll have to do like Pilates at home or something.
Well,
whatever you do is working for you.
Yeah, whatever you do, keep doing it. Yes, the one in Scarsdale, my area, closed as well. And from the fitness corner of the world, I think what's important is that we need to be creative and stay motivated. So whether that means walking in place or getting on your terrace or getting outside is to challenge the mind and the body and find something that replaces that. For the population that is in shutdown mode or they're spending a little time sitting, that's not good, because the more you sit, the more you want to sit. The more you do, the more you want to do. But I have to say, you are in great shape and you have excellent posture. So my clients want to know what your secret is. So are you doing core work?
No, I mean, I've been like a spin class aficionado, and that's what I did pretty religiously for the last 4 or 5 years. That's what I was doing. So, I mean, other than, real sports like skiing and wakeboarding. And last weekend was the last weekend of the summer that I got to do that. That was really fun. But
Nice.
I don't know. I'm not one of those people that does yoga on Zoom at home. A lot of my friends are doing that. But you never know. I may have to sign up for that
All right.
this winter.
Gotta be flexible. No pun intended.
Yeah, gotta be open-minded.
And are you going into your studio these days, designing from home? Are you always thinking in your head of future collections, whatever that may mean in the years to come?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the thing is, we've been in the office since April 23rd. I really only spent 2 weeks at home entirely. Then I started going in 2 or 3 days a week because we were making masks. And I made all the first masks at home. I brought home a sewing machine and made them at home, and then we started producing them. Yeah.
Cool.
I think that might surprise everyone, but absolutely love it, how dedicated you are. Here you are at the top, but she never stops. So we can't wait. So we'll see you when you come back. Please send in your questions. It's not your fault. It's your hormones and high heels. We'll be right back.
B3H Plus is a doctor-created, medically supervised total wellness program that uses evidence-based science that's helped thousands of women who have felt hopeless, fat, frustrated, and scared to reclaim their youthful spirit and zest for life. It's designed to overcome hormonal imbalances that can lead directly to food cravings, overeating, unwanted weight gain, and guaranteed to free you permanently from sugar cravings, the diet mentality, and calorie counting. Your roadmap begins with the most comprehensive female blood panel today that isolates hormonal imbalances and their underlying causes that are causing you to become overly fat, sick, tired, and angry. If left unchecked, these imbalances can cause major health risks, including serious weight gain, osteoporosis, heart disease, and even certain cancers. Clearly, it's important to balance the body's hormones to their optimum levels to help you refresh and reboot, live more vigorously, and look younger, longer. Call today, 1-855-ILUVB3H, 1-855-458-8234, or go to balance3hplus.com.
When it comes to finding the freshest new fashions, Julie Sagoskin, editor-in-chief of Resident Magazine, has made her mark on this ever-evolving industry. Whether it's looking over the latest looks from the front row of Fashion Week or hunting for the next head-turning designer, this energetic editor is sought after for her insider insights on the industry. She got her start interviewing fashion designers and stylists behind the scenes and writing about the business of fashion. During her tenure at Resident Magazine, she's been instrumental in helping to make the fashion industry more inclusive by showcasing and supporting both models and designers of all sizes and ethnicities. Through her insights and sharp eye for spotting the next big thing, Julie continues to make fashion more accessible for all. With wellness trends impacting the fashion world more than ever before, Julie has been at the forefront of exploring how these two industries continue to influence each other. According to Julie, it's all about style and sustainability.
Your business needs leads and sales. There are potential customers online right now looking for what you do. Will they find you or your competitor? You need Salem Surround. The marketing team here at Salem Surround is ready to help your business now. Contact Salem Surround for a free evaluation of your marketing plan and see how we can help place your advertising message in front of today's consumers. Learn more at surroundnewyork.com. Surroundnewyork.com, connecting you with new customers.
Listen to us online at am970theanswer.com. Tune in, iHeart, Alexa, or radio.com.
Welcome back to
Ladies, it's not our fault. It's our hormones and high heels. Welcome back to Ladies. It's not our fault. It's our hormones and high heels. I'm Julie Sagoskin here with my amazing co-hosts Lisa Avellino and Jacqui Justice, and we are so excited you are tuning in for our first ever broadcast here with the amazing Nicole Miller. It doesn't get better than that. You're listening to AM 970, The Answer. And Nicole, these are crazy times. We've just been talking about Corona, masks, the world turning upside down, virtual fashion weeks. How did you put together a collection in these crazy times, and what are people looking for these days?
Well, putting a fashion show together was really a challenge, and everybody was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? How are we going to do this? And so all the organizations, IMG and CFDA were all trying to, help suggestions and everything. But and then at first I thought I would do a video, but then I ended up doing a small video, but it seemed like all the European fashion shows that were ahead of us, and nobody seemed to really respond to those. So we had just shown our resort collection as a presentation, so I thought what I would do is just do a more elaborate presentation. So I sort of did this fake backdrop of the Chateau Marmont, which looked very realistic. All my friends thought I was in LA. They were like, what are you doing in LA?
What a great idea.
Beautiful.
See that?
And you can look at it online. You can look at it on Vogue.com. And it looked very realistic. So we'd got 5 models, and we made it look like a real fashion show and made it look like they were walking through the Chateau Marmont. And it was very effective. So we did that as a presentation, and the pictures we have were static, but then we made a small video of some of the best clips of the show, which is also, it's on that CFDA 360 site. Okay. So, but then getting the clothes made was another challenge because, first of all, my sewers, when they were making masks, they would come and pick up work and they would make it at home. So I really didn't have sewers in place. I didn't have pattern makers in place. So we had to do a lot of fancy footwork to get the clothes made. Mm-hmm. And we did a lot of upcycling, which I love. We upcycled all these vintage army jackets and patchworked them and made, a couple of really cool pieces. And we upcycled some vintage wedding dresses I had and dip dyed them. So I always like to keep that sort of ecological aspect too, because, my office tries to be as ecologically sound as possible, and we recycle everything. We have filtered water. We don't allow plastic bottles. And with this COVID thing, which has been terrible, you can't bring your refillable cup to the coffee shop anymore. So I've had to bend the rules a little bit for things like that. But we try to be super careful in my office and recycle everything, reuse everything, and not waste.
I think that is so important. And your fans and the women that love your clothes, or you also have a bath line, right? You have housewear line.
Yeah, and we have these fabulous rugs. You can and we have a lot of home goods and a lot of different things. Yeah.
That's wonderful, because I think it gets back to really what the show is about, which is marrying that wellness lifestyle feel with the brands that we support. Mm-hmm. And it's not just a quality product that's gorgeous, but just that it transcends from your creative to how it's made, to how you think, to even how you have your office and how you react to difficult times. Because as a person that loves everything that you make, when you put it on, it kind of feels like a suit of armor, like wrapping paper, but there's an emotional connection when you have a role model that cares so much about footprint and our environment now and years to come. So we appreciate knowing that. Thank you for sharing that.
Nicole, with so many of us still working at home and wanting to dress comfy and wanting to wear casual clothes, tell us about your casual clothes collection.
Well, coincidentally, I had kind of started one already before COVID. And so when the COVID came along, it just sort of accelerated the process. So we really felt like it was really even more important for us to be in that business. And now it seems to be the biggest percentage of sales on my website.
Not surprising.
So it was really great that I got into that area. And, it's a full range of things, sweatshirts and sweatpants and, T-shirts and, the activewear too. So, so far it's been really well received, and it's a start. But I think that's where the future is going to be, because everybody is really into comfort, and they just don't want, tight-fitted dresses
No.
right now. So.
Once you get a taste of comfort, you never want to go back.
Well, I've always been a big believer in Lycra anyway, but it's
love
sort of can't go wrong with Lycra.
Nope.
Can we still wear our cozy clothes with high heels walking around the house? Can we keep some fashion alive at these times?
Well, it's funny, but I walked over here in sneakers. Now, you would have never seen me show up for this in sneakers before. I would have been in like my cool boots or, maybe some platform shoes or something. You would have never seen me walking around New York City in my outfit and sneakers. I mean, I did get a little dressed up today, but I am.
We love what you're wearing. She's gorgeous, everyone.
Fabulous.
Love
But I am
military look.
multicolor print and gorgeous, sleek with adorned, very cool buttons. We love what you're wearing.
Oh, thanks so much. Thanks so much. But you would have never seen me with this outfit with sneakers in the past. And I've, over the summer, I bought like 8 pairs of sneakers.
Wow.
Big change. And
Yeah.
I would have been buying, my platform sandals and my cool little boots and whatever.
Yeah.
But
That's interesting. That's very interesting.
I think you can take a casual piece and dress it down or dress it up wearing a leather jacket.
Oh,
You said you have the
totally.
cool leather jacket. Can you mix collections or mix pieces?
Oh, I'm
You're
so
saying
glad you asked
the
that.
royalty collection with your mask. Give us some suggestions how we
I
can
think
multi-purpose it.
What I think, it's, if you look at my fashion show, what I did is I mixed a lot of the sweatshirts with the regular collection, with like print skirts. And I like that whole merging and blending of the casual clothes with dressier clothes. I think
love
that's a
it too.
great look. And I think the way everybody, they'll wear like a long skirt with sneakers, and they'll wear like, the sweatshirt with the dressy skirt, and you'll wear like a blazer with sweatpants, and those things didn't happen before. And I just love that mix of the two kind of different lifestyles, and you mix them together.
I love that too. It's
Is there
great
a
look.
rule with hues, like certain shades together if you're mixing prints, or do you have any suggestion with that?
Well, when I mix prints, I like to have at least one color that relates to the next print next to it.
Okay, I like that. I just filed that away.
And it was so funny because we were just looking at that picture earlier of a party I had with Faith Evans, and a picture of her in this print patchwork dress, which I had forgotten about. It looked so good, but it was sort of pink and black and another color, and every print in the patchwork kind of related to the next print.
Oh, wow.
Oh, cool.
But it's funny how sometimes, I'll have done something and I've forgotten about it, and somebody shows it to me, and I get re-inspired to sort of bring it back or bring back the idea.
Well,
But-
and so many things in your line. They're classics. I mean, you invented the best little black dress, the neckline, the contour showing
Thank
off
you,
your
by the
shape.
way.
So you've been really ahead of that trend. And so today, can people mix the classics and with new styles? Can they shop in their closet a little bit?
Well, I think that's a great idea, because I think it's great to just pull something out from last season and mix it with this season. But, now, like, you'd put on your little black dress and you might wear like a zip front hoodie with it, right? Which you wouldn't have done last year. And, and with sneakers.
Right, especially today. That's right, sneakers. We all like our sneakers.
I think wellness is about comfort, and sneakers or gym shoes, as my son says, Mom, they're gym shoes.
Like they don't say sneakers like we do.
No, but it's
really?
you can call them
dating myself here.
No,
by calling them
gym
sneakers.
Me too. It's whatever feels comfortable. I think that I'm really excited about getting that jacket and the eye. I need to.
And the crowns.
Yeah, the crowns. I'm going to get some eyes and crowns. You've inspired my wardrobe today.
Definitely.
Are there, if someone had to choose one piece, is there something that is of the season that would be, other than the mask, other than the collection of masks?
Well, I tell you, what I love this year are like my cashmere sweaters. And there's a cashmere sweater that has the embroidered crowns on it, which is really, really cool. And then there's a zip front hoodie that has kind of an intarsia crown. It's not embellished. It's just knitted into the fabric, it's a knitted pattern. But, and also the Evil Eye one from last year did so well. We brought that one back. But I think I have a great selection of cashmere sweaters this year.
See, I love that because
Comfy.
you can dress it up and go to a virtual wedding or a virtual affair or a backyard or whatever you're doing, or dress it down with
Wear it at home.
jeans or sweatpants. I think there's more options today. All right. What is the next question?
Well, Nicole, like I said, you're just one of the most lovable people in the industry. It looks like we're going to break, but we will be right back with more tips for all of you. All things fashion and wellness. Keep it here, AM 970, The Answer.
News, opinion, passion.
State lawmakers will introduce a bill to protect a woman's right to an abortion, codifying the Supreme Court ruling in New Jersey. The bill would protect a woman's right to reproductive freedom and remove barriers that prevent women from being able to get abortions. Some are concerned that the landmark Supreme Court ruling will be overturned if President Trump's nominee, Judge Amy Coney Barrett, is appointed to the highest court. We do have the home teams off today. We have some major problems as you travel right now. Coming off the Goethals Bridge, trying to get onto the New Jersey Turnpike at exit 13, a car fire blocking the ramp to the northbound truck lanes. Route 46 in Liberty Township, that is all jammed up as you make your way into Peak West Furnace Road. Expect lane closures because of a crash. GW Bridge, you're fine. Lincoln and Holland tunnels, no problems. The weather forecast, mainly sunny, high 65 to 70 this afternoon. Tonight, clear, low 50 to 55 in the city, closer to 45 in the suburbs tomorrow. Sunny, some clouds later, high 70. You now know what's going on. I'm Janelle Crispin on AM 970. The Answer.
B3H Plus is a doctor-created, medically supervised total wellness program that uses evidence-based science that's helped thousands of women who have felt hopeless, fat, frustrated, and scared to reclaim their youthful spirit and zest for life. It's designed to overcome hormonal imbalances that can lead directly to food cravings, overeating, unwanted weight gain, and guaranteed to free you permanently from sugar cravings, the diet mentality, and calorie counting. Your roadmap begins with the most comprehensive female blood panel today that isolates hormonal imbalances and their underlying causes that are causing you to become overly fat, sick, tired, and angry. If left unchecked, these imbalances can cause major health risks, including serious weight gain, osteoporosis, heart disease, and even certain cancers. Clearly, it's important to balance the body's hormones to their optimum levels to help you refresh and reboot, live more vigorously, and look younger, longer. Call today, 1-855-ILUVB3H, 1-855-458-8234, or go to balance3hplus.com.
We're back with
Ladies, it's not our fault.
It's our hormones and high heels. Welcome back. You're listening to Ladies. It's not your fault. It's your hormones and high heels here on AM 970, The Answer. This is Jacqui Justice, and I'm here with my fabulous co-hosts, Julie Sagoskin and Lisa Avellino.
And we are super duper excited for our next special guest. We have live in the studio Deborah Gregory. She is a phenomenal writer, producer. You guys will know her from the Cheetah Girls series. And also, yes, so excited to have you. And on the phone from California, supermodel, best-selling author, and talk about a real pioneer in the fashion industry, Beverly Johnson. Thank you guys so much for coming in. I know you're best friends. You influence each other's styles. You keep up with all the trends. You keep each other's mental health going strong. And especially in these days of COVID, that's such a hot topic. How do we stay in touch with family, friends? Are you guys doing Zoom, FaceTime? What's keeping you guys sane these days?
Yes. Miss Girlfriend, are you on the phone?
Yes, I am.
Oh, my God.
Thank you. Thank you for that introduction.
Yay.
Yes, honey.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Beverly.
Yes, honey.
Hi, hi, Julie, Jacqui, and Lisa.
Hi,
Yeah.
Beverly.
Hi, Beverly. Can I just add, not only do they keep up with the trends, I think it's fair to say they started the trends.
Yes, you
Yes.
did.
Oh, totally.
Ooh, we love you
Yes.
guys.
Exactly.
So,
So, Deborah, I'll
Yes.
let you start.
Oh, yes. Go ahead. Miss Girl, go ahead.
all right,
No,
well,
I'll let you start, Deborah.
No, Miss Girl is Julie.
Deborah is the funniest, most wonderful best friend a girl could have.
we know. And next time you'll have to come in with us as well so we can all do this in person. But we're super happy to have you here. Really excited for you to join us. And are you guys still FaceTiming, Zooming every day? I know you guys shop together. I've seen the cute pictures, your hats, your matching shoes.
Woo. Oh, no, actually, let Miss Beverly tell you about the shoes. She will fill you in, honey, because she gave me a PhD lesson in that at Aldo's. I had no idea how come she could walk on these things. Tell them, girl, about those stilettos. What's the secret? Because I was, baffled.
You're so sweet.
Tell us.
First of all, we talk like every day.
Yes.
Deborah and I. We're best friends. She's my go-to best friend when I have a really difficult problem or when I need some creative inspiration. I go to Deborah. We laugh so much and so hard that we cry, and that's probably what we should be crying about, our conversations together. But she's a friend that I wish everyone had, and I just need to say that before I go into the stiletto situation.
Wow. Beverly, they say...
And Deborah is a fashion maven. She started to redo her home. We're all looking at our homes differently now since we've been in them for the last 4 months or 6 months. So Deborah redid her home. It's the most fabulous. She has a cheetah table. I mean, she's so clever and it's so brilliant. And I started to look around my home and say, now, wait a minute, what can I do? Everything is beige here because I live in the desert. But she's just full of color and full of life and full of fashion. In New York City, she's that iconic staple that people look to for fashion because she always comes dressed like to the hills. I love that about Deborah, her personality and her style. But shoes-wise, I happen to be a partner in a shoe company called Thesis Couture.
Mm-hmm. Can you spell that? Because I think everyone wants to write that down. We'll put it on the Facebook page after.
Oh, you really will.
Okay.
Thesis and Couture.
Okay.
Couture. And we, I didn't have anything to do with the redesigning of the stiletto. There's a young lady by the name of Dolly Singh who worked at SpaceX with Elon Musk. And she knows all the rocket scientists and whatever. And she's walking around this huge, because it's out in Hawthorne in California, their offices, on these huge cement building. And she literally took off her high heels and threw it on top of one of the engineers' desks and said, take this shoe apart and find out why it hurts. Come to find out that the high heel has never been redesigned since its inception with Louis XIV or whoever invented the high heel, but it was a man. Mm-hmm. And they actually redesigned the stiletto so that the weight is just it's a different material. It's a patent. It's like, and of course I was a critic and I didn't believe it, but once she sent me the shoes, I had them on for about 12 hours doing the housework. I mean, it's unbelievable. So as far as stilettos go, and as far as shoes go, I cannot go without them.
Mm-hmm. And girl, when can we get those? Not me, though.
Actually, the wonderful thing is that we all, and I'm just speaking for myself, during this time, even when we do venture out with our mask on, I realized that I was wearing flats, which I never do, not out.
Never.
But what happened is we designed the stiletto so that it now has a shorter heel, the 2-inch pump. Oh, you're talking about comfort. It's unbelievable. So we're right on trend with where we all are going now, because somehow the stilettos went out when COVID came in.
Well, you're
Wow.
bringing
So
them
then
back.
that's part of this show, which is it's not your fault, it's your high heels. And there really is science to it. And it's amazing when you think about what you just described, that it's not our imagination. It needed to be redesigned, and you're behind it. Wow.
And Beverly, I just want to say, being a tall woman myself, that's so exciting to me that you wear stilettos at 5'9". And I think
she
you're
does.
inspiring tall
yeah.
women everywhere.
How tall are you, Jacqui?
5'7".
Okay.
So I'm really not that
Okay.
tall, but
And
still.
Now,
And
when can we
Deborah,
get
how
it?
tall are you?
5'11". Now, I thought I was 6 feet tall, but when I went to the doctor, he
Adorable.
said, "You're 5'10". I said, "Miss Thing, I'm not 5'10". So please get your little ruler out." And she's used to me. She knows I'm nasty, and so she measured me again.
Direct,
And
direct.
She
not
said,
nasty.
"Okay, you're 5'10" and 7 days." I said, "I'm 5'11". Okay, and so she wrote down 5. I'm 5'11". Thank you. Hello.
I better not go to her. I don't know what she'll say I am. I need extra tall, like a Big Mac, an extra big shoe. But Beverly, that was quite a background story. And I think you just heard the biggest tip that you'll ever hear on our first show, because every lady wants to know how to be comfortable in their high heels.
And when are these shoes going to be?
Very
Yes,
exciting.
when?
When?
Drum roll.
You can go online now and put your order in now. She kind of
Okay.
is like, we're kind of like doing it like the Tesla, where you make a down payment and then the shoes come in.
Fabulous.
Great.
Well
Because
worth
one of
it.
our investors was Elon Musk. But the thing about shoes, Deborah, you have to tell them about your shoes, because Deborah's shoe collection is so fascinating. I mean, besides, Deborah, you have to tell people where you get your clothes from and your style of shoes, because she always wore a kind of like spoolie heel or like a mule or something,
Yeah.
which was always so chic, but it always and very sexy.
Yeah, kitten heels, basically.
Kitten heels.
But see, I'm tall, so for me, 2.5 inches. That's what a kitten heel. That's as high as I could go, honey. I tried to go a little higher, and I literally fell off the curb. They were marred for zones. I'll never forget that. When I was 19, I said, "That's it, girl. It is a wrap and a falafel. I don't go over 2.5." I actually measure them, and once I ordered a pair from J. Renee. They do a lot of
And they
very
went over?
comfortable shoes.
Oh, boy.
And they were 2.75, and I sent the nastiest letter.
You said-
These are 2.75, and you have on the internet that they are 2.5. Stop it, okay? Refund, okay? Because I don't play. And I said, and please tell your director of publicity and the copywriter to be more accurate next time. There's a big difference between 2.5 and 2.75, and
Well,
I
there-
know the difference.
Well-
It's top-a-loafer difference. That's what I call it.
Top of loafer. Learning all these new terms
Oh,
today.
yeah. Now, by the way, just so I know, where do they get the shoes? What website is that? Is that shoe thing, honey?
Thesis Couture.
Okay, so
.com.
Thesis Couture, oh, honey, as that is the one. Women are going to love that. I don't need that, but you girls need it, especially you, Miss Julie.
Oh,
But
I'm
stop
ready
it.
to order. You're going to be sold out soon.
Yes.
If you get orders for 6 to 6.5, you know who it is.
Exactly.
Save some for me.
Comfortable
You're gonna love
stilettos.
Yeah, and that's the thing about having, size 11, like most models or tall women, 5'11". And I must say, a lot of the shoes I got were in Europe. Do you know that when you go to Holland, maybe you didn't know this, they're like 5'11", 6 feet tall. Ooh, hon, I have never had a better shoe selection than in Amsterdam.
That's great to know.
Because they're 6 feet. The women, they're strolling around 6 feet tall, honey. The shoes, because every time a size 11, if it's a fabulous shoe, it's gone before it's even.
Right. They don't stock that
Exactly.
size.
And I've had more snippy fights in stores.
I want that last pair.
Like, that's all you bought was one pair? And they look at me and they run to that stock room and hide till I'm gone, okay? Is she still there? I heard one lady say, "Is she still out there?" Oh, no, honey, because they don't stock the 11s here.
Well, that was a really amazing conversation.
Fabulous.
We learned so much. You guys are style icons. We are going to break, but keep it here, AM 970, The Answer. More coming up.
All right, bye, honey, so I'll speak to you later, okay?
Is it over? Deborah?
B3H Plus is a doctor-created, medically supervised total wellness program that uses evidence-based science that's helped thousands of women who have felt hopeless, fat, frustrated, and scared to reclaim their youthful spirit and zest for life. It's designed to overcome hormonal imbalances that can lead directly to food cravings, overeating, unwanted weight gain, and guaranteed to free you permanently from sugar cravings, the diet mentality, and calorie counting. Your roadmap begins with the most comprehensive female blood panel today that isolates hormonal imbalances and their underlying causes that are causing you to become overly fat, sick, tired, and angry. If left unchecked, these imbalances can cause major health risks, including serious weight gain, osteoporosis, heart disease, and even certain cancers. Clearly, it's important to balance the body's hormones to their optimum levels to help you refresh and reboot, live more vigorously, and look younger, longer. Call today, 1-855-ILUVB3H, 1-855-458-8234, or go to balance3hplus.com.
Known as New York's leading lifestyle and luxury publication, Resident Magazine has been bringing the best of fashion, travel, dining, real estate, celebrity news, and more to the Big Apple for over 3 decades. With award-winning content and photography, including exclusive interviews and cutting-edge fashion spreads, as well as celebrity covers, Resident has been featured in media outlets across the country. From Manhattan to the Hamptons, Resident Magazine continues to bring you the latest trends and inside style scoop. Catch up on the latest health and wellness stories or learn how the travel industry is adapting to these unprecedented times. Pick up your copy of Resident today or subscribe at residentpublications.com. That's residentpublications.com and read about what all the New York residents are raving about. residentpublications.com.
Listen to AM 970 The Answer on Alexa, TuneIn, iHeart, or radio.com.
We return now to
Ladies, it's not our fault. It's our hormones and high heels.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Lisa Avellino and my incredible co-host, Jacqui Justice and Julie Sagoskin. Thank you so much for joining us today. And we're really excited with our guests, and we have more questions. So let's go. My question is, I want inspiration, and you are an incredible role model with the Cheetah Girls. I just want to know, like, wow, how did it come to you?
Oh, Miss Beverly, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh,
Okay,
great.
good.
We're still
'Cause
on.
I
Okay.
got to tell you something later, girlfriend. Okay, so later tonight with the popcorn.
Oh, I'm jealous. Can we just have
yes.
we need a
We
pajama
talk for
party.
hours. Oh, we talk for hours.
Aw.
You would think we lived like in the same city.
No, laughter is the best medicine and love, but also
Yeah.
she said that you were her inspiration and her muse, and just she gets inspiration from you. So I want to know what gets this whole thing going.
Now, this is the interesting thing. You know, I am essentially a writer. And I have never, the reason why I created the Cheetah Girls, the honest truth, I grew up in the foster care system, and my only reprieve, I had gotten this man to buy me a sewing machine when I was 12, and I made all these clothes, and I would stand in the mirror and pretend I could sing. I had the wardrobe, honey. I just didn't have the voice. So, but it was my escape. So that's what this is. And what the Cheetah Girls is the childhood I would have wanted. To have these friends. I always wanted to have the girlfriends, and we wear the clothes. And you think about it, you don't have to be from a wealthy family. If you can sing, you could travel all over the world with your girlfriends. That was think about it. The world opens to you sometimes when you have a certain talent.
Yes.
And singers are this very special group of people who get that opportunity. And so that's what it was. To me, totally that. The writing thing is very difficult. Anyone who tells you, oh yeah, I write, it's easy, then you're not a real writer, honey. Please stop it, okay? Because writing is hell.
I don't believe in good writing. I believe in good rewriting. And I think the emotional...
It's 1,000 times of rewrites.
Right.
It's sitting there, you know, it's Sober October. Beverly, you know, I didn't know that hashtag till I heard it from Nicole Miller just now. So it's Sober October, which is great because sitting there when I'm writing, it takes me to such depths of darkness. I can't explain it. But it's so lonely, and it's just so dark, and you have all this stuff that you're trying to get out on paper. So if I was drinking or taking drugs, honey, I would be gone, okay? And it's hard. Writing is hard. You have to sit, and everything moves so quickly. life is about actually outward direction in so many ways. You got to pay the bills, you got to get a man, you got to get on the dating site. It's exhausting. I'm exhausted by the time I get up and have the coffee. I'm like, oh, I have 50 matches of losers. Okay, let me go through them. I mean, I can't take it. Okay?
Well, it's hard to find someone that is as creative and as incredible as you are.
Oh,
that's what it is, really.
For my birthday, Beverly gave me a psychic reading. She's amazing, right, Beverly? That's Suzanne Wagner.
Yes, she is.
And what was the prediction? Can you share?
And Beverly kept going, oh, my God, I can't believe she said that 50 times on your reading, because, I let her listen to my reading.
And?
She said, you're a genius. You got another project coming. Don't give up. Something or other. Just something. Like she knew who I was. Kind of like this thing about that I would create something. And so because I said, do you even know what I do for a living? She said, no.
Wow.
And I said, I'm a writer. She said, that makes sense. That's it.
Wow, you heard it here first. There's some very big project coming down the pipeline.
But that's Suzanne Wagner. She was the one, honey. And it's Beverly Psychic, that she uses. SusanWagner.com, right, Beverly?
Well, yeah, she's an astrologer. She's a tarot card reader. She's a numerologist, and she's psychic. And, and so it's December 31st, 2019, I said, okay, 2020 coming up, let me call her and see what my fabulous 2020 is going to be about. She said, take your money out of the stock market. The whole world is going to come to a halt.
Do you know that I listened to Beverly's reading? She let me listen to hers. I listened to hers. Like she gives you a recording, and so you can listen. And I heard her say on Beverly's reading, because Beverly's reading was New Year's Eve, because she mentioned it. She said, tomorrow, New Year's Eve, something. So that was Beverly's reading. And she said, she was asking about Brian, her boyfriend, and, the investing, this money thing that he has. And she said, take your money out. She said, the world is going to stop. Wow. I cannot believe this woman said that.
Right. And in essence, what
and then in March, what did happen?
The world stopped.
She said, the world will stop. And, because my reading wasn't until May, because my birthday's in May. But I was listening to Beverly's reading. But isn't that amazing?
Yes. Isn't there another birthday coming up?
Yes,
exactly.
there is.
Someone's special birthday's coming up.
Another Libra girl.
My birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Beverly's birthday is the 13th.
Yes, we
She's
know.
a Libra.
She's a Libra like me.
Exactly, Libra, which is
who's the Libra?
Jacqui.
Jacqui.
Yep.
Happy birthday, or you're a September Libra?
Thank you. I'm a September Libra, September 26th.
Oh.
But you're a true Libra, right dead in the middle.
My girlfriend, Deborah's, the other Deborah's birthday was the 26th.
She has another Deborah. I actually like her. Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I have to say about what you've created is you harness your intensity. You shared something about your childhood that really hit a note, but I think when you put that together, it had to get to that critical mass, and then you inspired others. So
totally.
So are you starting to feel that coming up again?
Well, this is the interesting thing is that, so then, since I grew up in foster care, finally, what DNA has done is changed the world. So then I said, it's time for me to know. And so I did the DNA, and the whole world has opened up. I found my mother's family branch. I found my father. He was Italian. I went to Italy. I took lessons because they didn't speak English.
Italian. Where from Italy?
Torre del Greco, near Pompeii.
Goodness. Whoa.
And it's surreal, the whole thing. And then it took 2 years to figure out which man in the family he had been. I mean, it's been surreal.
She's Italian. That's the designer. You should see how gorgeous she is, everyone, in this gorgeous black with the kitty shoes, sexy legs, gorgeous hair piece. We're going to have to take photos for everyone to see because it's like vision detail here. It's gorgeous.
Adesso io parlo italiano perché loro non parlano. Honey, they don't speak a word of English. It was like if you know how you train for the marathon, then you actually do it.
Yes.
It was sinking from the minute I got off that plane in Rome, and they started running them out. I went, oh my God, 3 weeks of this. honey. But anyway, it's been a surreal experience. So that's the next novel.
This is the next product, and we want the exclusive right here.
Yeah, to
and
kick it off.
Beverly, I'd love to hear this new reading you're going to get for your birthday, but I'm a little nervous. I don't want 2021 to be a repeat of this.
I know.
No, 2021. 2021 is everything lives in 2021 for the world.
Right.
Oh,
But
thank
the
God.
other thing she told me, she says to me, you know, you are going to be on a platform that you have never, ever been on in your entire career. I'm like, because I was just hoping I'm getting married and, that I would just live off my husband's
That's a
money.
platform in and of itself.
I was like, what? She said, I don't know what it is. It's not a book. It's not nothing to do with modeling. She said, I don't know what it. She said, you're going to have a higher profile than you ever had in your career. And I was like, wow, that sounds like a lot of work. Come to find out, I have actually become socially active in the plight for racial justice in the fashion industry.
Mm-hmm.
And I wrote this op-ed for the Washington Post. And since then, I've been talking to the heads of industries in fashion, beauty, and media about the Beverly Johnson rule. And the Beverly Johnson rule is very similar to the Rooney rule. I know we don't have a lot of time. But basically is that when there's an opening at the board of directors, because that's where the policy and the strategy are made, that you would interview, when there's an opening, at least 2 black professionals. You don't have to hire them, but you have to interview them all the way down the chain of command. And this is what happened in the NFL. And by one of these owners who instituted that policy 20 years ago, we now see black quarterbacks, we now see black coaches, just by interviewing, a meaningful interview by a black professional. Is that amazing?
Yeah.
Really amazing.
That's really amazing. You've been a pioneer on so many levels, from the first on the cover of Vogue to making a statement that's changing the world. And I think that's what we're here to do, is to make everything and everyone around us better and raise it up. And I thank you so much for being on our first show, and I want you to come back again, because this is and we have to have girls' night out, but hopefully these masks won't be a part of it. Thank you so much.
Oh, I'm getting a mask from
Thank
Nicole.
you.
Is she out there?
Yes.
Okay.
She'll hook us up.
Nicole will hook
Cheetah
us up.
and a
All right,
matching
honey.
mask. Slumber party.
Thank you so much.
Thanks
Okay.
for listening.
So it's fabulous.
Honey, so I'll speak to you later, okay?
We'll be right back on AM
Okay.
970, The Answer.
This program sponsored by Balance 3H Plus Medical Weight Loss and Aesthetic Spa for Women.
Relief Factor Pain